Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making turkey stock.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Hey, well, welcome to my channel. Like I said, we're making turkey stock. And chances are, if you just had Thanksgiving or you're planning on making a turkey for Christmas, you probably have a carcass hanging around and some like eaten leg bones. So I'm gonna show you what to do and how to make turkey stock. It's great for soups and anything that you wanna use chicken stock for. You can do the same thing with a chicken carcass if you've gotten a rotisserie chicken. It's super easy and it is lots of health from the bone broth. It is just delicious. So I have a gigantic stock pot. If you have a smaller turkey, you can do it in your Instant Pot, and I'll leave the recipe below in the description, and I'll probably talk a little bit about it as we work with the turkey carcass. So great big huge stock pot and some water and some probably leftover veggie tray that you had at Thanksgiving. So a few of the ingredients that you're gonna need are a couple carrots, and I'm just gonna chop them in half. Nothing fancy, stick them in the pot. Then I've got the inside part of the celery with all the leaves. It's got great flavor, dump that in. I have a handful of parsley left over from Thanksgiving. That is going in the pot. If you don't have any, don't worry about it. I would say carrots, celery, and onion are your big ticket items here. Then I've got a whole onion. I'm gonna just chop it in half. The skin and all goes in, just make sure it's clean. I have 3 bay leaves and 8 peppercorns. That also goes in. I like to put a little salt in mine. You don't have to. And then 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. And I always have this on hand, so I'm just gonna put a good scoop of garlic in. If you wanna add thyme or rosemary and stuff like that, you can. You can also use poultry seasoning because it is the same stuff that's in poultry seasoning. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little in. Probably not even a teaspoon. All right, so on to this beautiful turkey carcass. We have such a big family that we do 2 turkeys, so this is one of them. It didn't even get picked all the way. There's a ton of meat on it. And then I have the leg bones that we got the dark meat off. We're gonna throw those in, and if you love dark meat, you know there's a lot of sinew and whatnot on the legs. You want it, if you can take it off because it's hard, but we're gonna pick through this anyway. We're gonna strain through it. So in the pot that goes. Turkey carcass. Now, if you bought yours from the store, you probably have this funky plastic thing in here. We're gonna need to get that out all the way and break the whole carcass in half because it's not gonna fit. So I'm just gonna start ripping it apart. And if you have bone scissors, get those out. So I'm going to cut it. Usually I don't stick the little tail part in. That just goes to the trash. I'm gonna cut down here, both sides, down the rib cage, and see if I can't. Just don't cut yourself because the bones are sharp, and rip it apart that way. See if we can't get this out. Now my hands are greasy. Okay, make sure you get this part out. And there's some stuffing left in here too, so that's all delicious. I'm gonna stick this in. And I might even have to cut this down more because I don't think it's gonna fit. So I'm gonna wash and then I'll show you what we do next. So I just take my stock pot over to the sink and fill it and make sure that everything is covered with water. All right, so let's head over to the stove. All right, so we got that going. We're just gonna let this simmer for a couple hours. So if you're home, this is the perfect thing to do. Just pop it on the stove and let it hang out. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get up to temperature, but then just turn it on low and put the lid on it and just let it simmer. Like I said, if your turkey is small enough or you've got a rotisserie chicken, you can pop all of this into the Instant Pot with a couple quarts of water, and you're gonna do it on high pressure for 45 minutes and then let it do just a slow time release until the pin stops. So that is a totally hands-off. This, I'm gonna be just working around the house today, and it's super cold, so it's a great day to have some turkey broth, and I'm gonna actually make this into turkey soup. So it is gonna hang out for a couple hours, and then I'll show you what we do next when we come back. So I shut our turkey stock off. It was simmering for a couple hours. It's not boiling anymore. And so now I just have a cookie sheet here and some tongs, and we're gonna take out all the bones and all the turkey parts, because I'm gonna pick all the meat off this. And I just put it on a big baking sheet to let it cool. And then we're gonna strain off. Look at how that just falls apart now. It's just what we wanted. Then we're gonna strain off all the big chunks and keep the stock. Yum.
Does that smell so good, Danny?
It smells so good, Dad.
Denver, Danny, I can't even pay attention. He's like looking at it. Does that smell good? Does that smell good, Papa?
Oh, and here's some of the, I'm gonna try to leave that onion in there. You can see how it's just totally cooked. And there really is so much meat left on the carcass. Now I know there's meat in the bottom of this, but I have over at my sink a great big huge bowl and a strainer. And I'll show you my setup. Okay, so I've just got my great big huge bowl and a strainer. It's not quite wide enough to be held up in there, but it'll still do the job. You just want to gently pour, because remember, it's super hot. I just don't want it to go all plop. There we go. All the goodies in the bottom. We want all this meat. I'm just gonna pick it up and put it in my strainer. And the rest is just discard. Ooh, it's hot, you guys. So that's pretty much what's left of all your veg. We're gonna go through here. I'm gonna pick out all the meat, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it here in the sink. So we've got this out. So meat is gonna go in here, bones are gonna go in there. And for this, I actually wear rubber gloves just because it's easier clean up at the end. So just pick them as best you can. It's sad that you have all this delicious things at your fingertips. A lot of people just throw them out. I always looked forward to turkey and dumplings after Thanksgiving. You can make so many things. You can make turkey pot pie. You can make turkey soup. You could make turkey chili. I mean, anything that you would use chicken for, you can just sub out turkey. Turkey tetrazzini, so many good things. So there you go. You got a couple cups of meat off of this. You can put it in your soup. You can turn this into chicken pot pie, or I mean, anything you want. You could even just use this in sandwiches because there's so much of it. So that, my friends, is how you do the turkey. And then with the broth and the stock that we've got hanging out in the sink, as soon as it's cool, you can put it in containers, actually pop it into your freezer. You can can it, but ours is gonna go into turkey soup, which I will be showing you here probably in the next episode. So thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. I'm glad you did. And with the holidays, I hope you guys, if you're having a turkey, that you'll take the time and make some turkey broth, some turkey stock. It's super easy, it's really delicious, and it's really, really healthy and good for you. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode. Usually I can pop it apart, but it's a big boy. I'm not strong enough anymore. That is a whole thigh, holy cow. Come on. There we go, Shira! Ouch, that's still sharp. I almost got it out. Oh my, oh big turkey. Guys, I usually never have this kind of trouble. This is just a huge turkey. They're not gonna fit yet.
Gonna taste good, I know.